Right, welcome back to Toffee TV. This is the preview for Crystal Palace game. Yay, more fun football for us. I love the way we all just look at this game. We do everything. It's like catnip, isn't it?
Chance you've not made a mistake.
It is Palace Wednesday night. We could have done without this, but maybe it's maybe not. Maybe it's a good time to play them. Maybe a few good games back to back is exactly what we need now to try and get something going. You know, some more fitness, some more intensity. Maybe a few games back to back. Maybe swapping a few players as well, seeing what's different. Maybe bringing a few.
Where's all this positivity come from?
Come on, it's because the last show. I just think
it's not positivity. It's just there's the manager.
Not like positivity. I just had loads of jarred stuff.
Change of personality.
Pulls a mask off and it's Martinez.
Yeah, just had loads of.
I'd be made up if he was sat here telling me there's going to be loads of changes.
No, but I'd be inclined to make a couple of changes in this. Maybe bring Mo Besic into the centre midfield.
Why wasn't he in the 18 the other day?
No idea.
Sat on the bench, wasn't he?
No idea.
That tells me either ill or he's injured.
But if he's not, I'd bring him in.
Yeah.
I'd make a couple of changes for this game. I mean, obviously Jagielka has got the knock. I think that'll be it for him for the season by the looks of it. So Funes Mori will come back into the side. But I'd definitely look to just change something for this game. Just change something up. Either it be personnel or formation. Maybe you think, what about Morales? I think Morales, after his little cameo doing like that, could force him into the side. Jared Deulofeu's hasn't really done anything in a couple of games.
I don't know, Morales, every time he comes in and has a little good cameo, he seems to start the next game and either get injured or get sent off.
Does it matter at this stage of the season? We need.
I suppose not.
We need a bump. We need something to just get us going.
Yeah, I think he might get Barkley a rest in this one. Like going off with the weekend with an injury.
He's injured then.
He's had a couple of poor games last few weeks. He might even put another striker on the pitch.
We've got another striker
on the left.
Yeah, he might play Kone on the left wing. Sort of like maybe go back to that front three, which was scoring loads of goals there in the season. I don't know, but I completely agree. I'd like to see a few fresh faces in there. Maybe get Brendan Galloway a game as well.
Up front? You're mad.
Maybe left back. Good Baines a rest. Don't know, but
don't start those rumours.
Oh, soft tissue injuries for Baines.
But I completely agree. And you think back to this game last season when we were going into this one and we were in a real rut where you were thinking, if we go down here and lose, then we could be in relegation trouble. And we actually put in a good performance that day. Remember, Joe Roberts had an excellent game. And you're thinking it might just be a similar sort of game again where we might have to just try and nick an early goal and cling on to it, because they'll probably have the pressure off them a little bit now with after getting that win at the weekend, and they might be a little bit more buoyed.
But at the same time, they're in the semi-final as well, aren't they? So their players are going to be thinking, I'm not getting injured. I mean, Balassi will have his typical I'm amazing against Merseyside clubs game, as he always does, and then just disappears for the rest of the season. But in general, I look at them and just think they'll be as, if not, they got the game, they got a win on Saturday, got the monkey off the back, they haven't won all year. They'd been that team that had dropped like a stone. I get the feeling that if we can go there and just offer something a little bit different, we can get the win.
Well, like you say, they've got that first win, haven't they? And without winning all year, and can go above us if they win, kind of shows you where we're up to. I'm not as confident as you two that we'll make that many changes. I think potentially Morales might come in, Lennon might get pushed back out to the right, and he might drop Deulofeu, Barkley maybe out, and he might put Cleverly back in. It'll all be the same, won't it? It'll be much of a muchness. I just uses the same 4 players in different positions. They're not playing well. They're always tough opposition for us though.
The thing about Pardew teams is they go on runs, don't they? They'll lose loads in a row, and then when they tend to get a win, they seem to go up again. They're very, very up and down. So, and I'm just saying,
these two are killing the positivity.
I think he's that type of manager, isn't he? He's a momentum manager, and when his teams have got wins and they've got confidence and they're brilliant, but when they're obviously the other way around, they can't seem to get out of it. So if they're going to be confident, they've got loads of players like Balassi, you mentioned, Zaha, Puncheon, they all seem to be very, flyaway sorts of footballers. Cabar, he's a good player.
He's tailed off, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Scott Dan's the one you really got to watch out for, let's be honest. They get a set piece. He's the one we've really got to watch out for.
Funes Mori's back though, so that's nearly a goal for us off a set piece. the only one who actually heads the ball off a set piece.
No, but I think I
think we can win the game. Don't
Yeah.
listen. We've said it all season. This is why it's so infuriating. There's more than enough quality in that Everton side to go there and win 2 or 3-0. You know, they are at times, they are a dangerous side. They were brilliant in the first kind of quarter of the season, weren't they? Then they have tailed off, but there's no reason why Everton can't go win the game. It's just the fact that we look as though at the moment everything is free. Said it before, everything's flat, and like you're saying, yeah, that bump, it might be we get 2 early goals or something, and that's all we need, and then from then on we're able to pull them apart. Well, we scored. We scored in the 3rd minute there last year, and we won 1-0, which is incredible because we've scored.
But it'd be nice to. It would be good to get a couple of new faces in the team. I don't know, a Morales, a Besic, whatever.
Put Kieran bloody down.
I was about to say, I've had a couple of kids on the bench, couple of the under 21s who were playing well. You know what I mean? Get them on the bench. Get the just freshen things up. Give the fans something.
If only we had like a £14 million striker or something on the bench to come in. You know what I mean? But like that'd change things, I'm sure.
You say about the youth team there, the 4th in the league at the moment, so they're having a good season. Daryl's obviously been banging them from all sorts of range, hasn't he? And in his first season, Martinez was professing about how he wants to blood these kids in the first team.
No, Matt. We were going to get everyone else's youngsters from all over Europe because we were going to be the club that everyone was going to send their hot-blooded, tremendous players to.
But you know, why not give them a go? What better time is there now? You know, someone like Darryl could come into the team, tear it up, and you're thinking he could be a good option off the bench in the weeks to come. Maybe in something like the semi-final. You just don't know, do you? You've seen young players come into the sides at this time of the season. Thinking last season, I know he's gone completely off the boil now, but someone like Jack Grealish, he came in for Villa, played brilliantly in the semi-final and got them into the final, didn't he? And something like that, maybe you just don't know, to give us something a little bit different.
The thing what you've got to look at with this season, where the Premier League is concerned, is that we're probably going to finish somewhere between 9th and 15th, aren't we? Really, that's where it is now. And the reality is, it doesn't really matter. That's the sad fact of it. We're not going to go high enough to get a European place or convince anyone that we were just close to the Champions League places. We've probably got enough points to stave off relegation. So you'd like to think that after this season this won't happen again. There won't be a time with 6 games to play or 7 games to play where it's almost dead rubbers and you can blood or try new things. You know, if you're a manager, you should be looking ahead to next season thinking, right, let's try this. Is Dal going to be part of our squad? Are we going to use this player in this position? Is Omar Nias better than 4 minutes, or isn't he? You know, he bigged Coney up last week. He's ready to help the team again. Sat on the bench for 90 odd minutes on the weekend, didn't come on. So there's different things you can look at, and one of those could be the catalyst. It could be Kieran Bell, it could be young Anthony Evans, it could be Delisle Brewster. You know what I mean? It could be Omar Nias. It
would just be nice to have something to keep
you interested.
Keep you interested. Yeah. Okay, I know we've got a semi-final, but that's just like, that's there. Everything's still going on around it. There's got to be something else that keeps us interested. You know,
that's it. If you're making the trip down there and you see the same names on the team sheet again, you're going to be thinking, and the atmosphere probably would be a little bit flat. But if you see a squad or a starting 11 with like Brewster or Darlin, there, you're thinking, quite looking forward to this game now. You know, be a little bit more buoyed when you go into the game. So yeah, just keep it different, and anything now to cling on to at this point of the season would be a massive bonus.
We're just in danger of just going from game to game, just get the next game out the way, and that's very much the same, and then get that game out the way, and it's, you know, you could easily see one. It almost
feels like we're just trying to get out of the season.
Yeah.
As fast as possible.
It does though, doesn't it? That's exactly what it is. Everything's gone. All the momentum's gone. Seems to have gone, or I think that's the problem. There hasn't been any momentum since Bournemouth away. You know, it's been tailing down. The cup obviously will all be, you know, screaming and shouting on the semi-final, and we'll all be bang up for that. But there's league games in between, and it just seems at the moment that, you know, you can't blame the crowd. If the crowd are flat, you can't have a go at the fans. It's nothing to do. As much as people try to blame the crowd for where we are, it ain't the crowd. They're not playing the game, you know. And if see, this is the thing I find very difficult when they moan about Goodison and they say, you know, people like Danny Murphy, you know, posted stamp knowledge, people like that. go on about the crowd and making it difficult for Everton to play at home. Well, away from home, we've got 30,000 against us every week.
Yeah.
So, and we're not that bad. So why at Goodison when we've got all that behind us are we bad? Even if they moan and boo. Isn't that what the most hostile of crowds do?
Yeah.
So it's not the crowd, it's the way we play the game that's been the problem. And you're looking for some spark, you said it before, a bump, a kickstart. You know, someone get the bleeding charge leads out and put them on and
on the nipples,
get them
on every player.
See Bess's doing that.
Yeah, Bessage probably does that. Bessage
leather
He
glove.
wouldn't even flinch.
In
would he?
fact, I think that's what Bessage's our fella does for a living. Just shoves electric. Probably shouldn't say any more about that actually.
Peter McPartland's views aren't necessarily shared by Toffee TV.
Well, they are because I own 50% of it. Let's just make that clear right now.
Just get rid of that.
I think you know
disclaimer,
that.
yeah.
I just want to step away from the other stuff.
Danny Murphy.
Get back to him.
He's a blurt.
What a horrible
He's a blurt, isn't he?
blurt.
Going on about.
Should be
There's a
happy.
lot of good stuff at
Going on
Everton.
about. You know what? I bet if you
Patronising,
turn round and went, would you put up with this if this was Liverpool?
He'd spit his coffee all over you.
You know what? It annoys me. I use the word match of the day analysts, as in, no, they're on match of the day, but they watch match of the day, and that's all they see. Edited parts of your team put together. I know we're talking about something completely different here now, but it annoys me. Strachan after the weekend having a go with us, saying, that's only like 4 fans. Thinking, number one, you're a manager of a country at the moment, so you're never going to have a go with anyone. So why do people even ask the question? Because it just makes people look inferior. Like the fans are thick. It's like, I hate that. It's like, it's got nothing to do with you. So, you know, don't talk about us like we're all like you said it. Don't talk about fans like they're idiots. Don't ever do that, because we're not. Because we actually sit there and watch. We watch everything. We watch everything. So
every action, every bit, every.
It was funny because I was down like the other week down at Ball Street in London. And we had to watch we were watching a video, and it was Ian Wright talking about why he helped start Ball Street, and he went, the simple fact is, I don't know about your club. He said, I know about my club, and he said we need, the biggest thing that was missing in football was people's views from their own club. He said, because only you know about your club. And it just annoys me so much when you see these people. Danny Murphy clearly likes Roberto Martinez, or he likes him for whatever reason. So that's fair enough. But when you go on the telly, you've got to get rid of all that, and you can't just go, well, the football isn't lovely to watch. How many goals have we scored in the last 4 or 5 games? You know what I mean? It's not like we're smacking them in for fun anymore, are we?
We haven't scored since we got 2 against West Ham, and we haven't scored in the 3 defeats, have we?
Watford.
And we got 1 at the end.
So like these people are like, oh, it's great to watch. It's not great to. It might be great in like little 20-minute spells here and there, but it's not great to watch. So these people who keep on saying, oh, it's great, oh, it's wonderful football, you're like, is it? Yeah. Would you like your club sitting in 14th place?
That's the problem, is that we've just spoken about like we're a nursery. We're there to develop John Stones and Lukaku and Ross Barkley, make them better. Forget about Everton doing anything, because they're just there passing it around. What more do you want? What more do you want? Playing nice football. Forget that you're not winning and you're 14.
2 semi-finals.
2 semis. So what more do you want? You want to go for the top 4? No, sorry, you're not allowed. It seems like Liverpool who we have to focus on, who we want to get to that top 4, not Everton. You go away, you carry on passing it round. Don't care if you get beat, and that's the kind of attitude that it is.
And yet. They're all buzzing their heads off that Leicester are going to win the league. This is something that's been needed. The fairy tale story. This has been needed in football for years. This is exactly what we need. Fairy tale football. And you're like, you fucking cheeky bastards. Every week you sit there going, top 4, they can't do that, blah, blah.
Accept your lot,
yeah. You and you're thinking, and now it's like, I really hope they win. It's a fairy tale story. Fairy tale stories. I didn't see many helicopters parking on football pitches in fairy tale stories, because that's what happens at Leicester. But I don't mind Leicester because they give away free beer and donuts, which is my thing.
Leicester deserve to win it.
They do deserve to win it, but it's this thing where
they've been brilliant.
You accept your lot, but it's boss that they're winning it. It's like,
but they're having to say that now because they're gonna win it.
No one should ever accept their lot in football, ever. No one. And I was having an argument with someone last night going, this was a blue going, there's not that many really want martyrs out, it's just like a thing. And I went, they do? No, they don't. So I was like, and I went, then, and they shouldn't be like, it's too much, this is over the top, what's going on at the moment. I went, over the top? I said, if the fans weren't saying it, who else would say it? But there's my point. Journalists are not saying it, so it's not that bad.
As soon as you start having to go fans of a football club, you're onto a loser, aren't you?
No,
if you're a pundit and you're seeing the fans who are put 2 banners there saying sticking up for Baines and having a go at the manager, you're saying, they're wrong. Or those fans who travel all around the country, watch a team every week, saying they don't know what they're on about, then you're completely on the wrong course, aren't you?
I think that it's a very, very, difficult. You can't speak. I've done some stuff for Premier League TV this morning. He was asking me about, is it time for them to go? And you can't speak for everyone, can you? It's what I said. I only speak for me, in my opinion, just with the manager and with the direction the club is going. It's not the right thing for us. We want to be looking the other way. We were close to it. And we were 5th, 6th, 7th. You know what I mean? We've been up there or about the last couple of years. We're ending on the bottom half of the table. So it amazes me how people are happy with that. Why are people happy with that? Scared, you said it the other week. They're scared to win. Some people are scared of winning because it's a pressure.
It's not. I don't think they're scared of winning. They're scared.
Yeah.
What I mean is, what I said was, it's being scared. It's getting scared of getting so close and being so disappointed. Like I was saying, imagine if people would rather sit in like 6th all season or 8th where you just bob along and you win some, you lose some, than do what Liverpool did and get so close and then fall away and have to deal with that falling away that I'm missing out. And people who rather just bob round in 8th know what they're going to get than have that ultimate heartache. Whereas some Liverpool fans loved it, and we know like Sir John and that who loved it and would never take, because they were saying every single moment of that running was amazing, every game was brilliant. The whole atmosphere, the whole thing, even the stupid scenes of waving the busing and all that, they wouldn't swap that for the world, because yes, ultimately there was this massive heartache that they had to deal with, but forget about that heartache. It was all those games. It was the journey, kids. It was the journey. It wasn't getting it was the journey.
Martin, watching Everton win like the way they did, 4-0 fat, and ultimately losing it, you'd be devastated you lost at the end, but they still finished 2nd, smashing teams left, right and centre. We'd love that, wouldn't we? We'd love to finish 2nd, wouldn't we?
It's like Spurs fans now, isn't it? They're not going to look at it and go, we should have finished above Leicester. They're going to be thinking, what a season, we've got a great young manager, we've got brilliant young players playing a great brand of football.
In the Champions League
that's what it's all about, isn't it? Yeah.
And with Leicester winning it, I think as well, you look at Spurs and you go, we can do that next. We can do that next year. This, because of all this money now, it's not going to be dominated by the top 4 anymore.
The thing with the Premier League is, just very quickly, that first probably there's about 10-11 teams, and I do include us in that, even though we're behind a few, West Brom and Bournemouth. There's 10-11 teams now where the difference, if you get it right, isn't that much.
Yeah.
There's the bottom section which aren't very good, and then there's the ones that can beat anyone in that middle. And Everton, I put in that 10-11, but they're there because the money will dictate that they're there. So now, if you drop off a couple of percent like Everton have done, you're free fall. But if you get someone who can tinker things and make it that 2 or 3%, you can end up where Leicester have done.
We're in a season where the 3 promoted teams are going to stay up, and a team that came up the season before are going to win the Premier League. If that's not the biggest flip ever in like Premier League history, certainly I still don't think Leicester's as big as what Forest did. Not yet, anyway.
No, it's not.
But
it's still amazing.
But
we've gone on a massive tangent. We're playing Crystal Palace, by the way, on Wednesday night.
But bringing it back though, and to the game, and why this match might be important for us, because now that every team's got money in the league, everyone's not necessarily we can compete with everybody in the world financially, but so can probably most teams. But if you've got a team that's finished 15th in the Premiership, compared to a team who can offer you the same wages, whatever else, and they finish 6th or 7th, they say we're on an upward trajectory, and then looking at us and going, using on a downward trajectory, you're selling your best players, and that's why getting up and
we've got to win games. We've got to win games. We've got to get that feel good factor going into the semi-final. We've got to, and going into the summer as well.
Of course,
if the semi-final goes pear-shaped and we get beat, we can't sit and just cry for 3 weeks till the season finishes. We've got to finish on a high, so that, like you've just said, and if we do replace the management team in the summer, people come in and go, well, they finished 11th, say, which is halfway up, it's not great. They were only 8 points off the top 8, or that kind of thing. You've got an argument, and you've got a core of players and a lot of money. There's a lot of good things going in.
Yeah.
If we even if we get to the cup final, but we end up going bum bum bum, and we finish 16th, people are just gonna go, yeah, they had a good run in the cup. Watford got to the cup final, or Crystal Palace might. Well, one of them two will get there, and neither of them may finish.
Well, think how flat last season was when we got beat by Spurs in the last day. It was just like,
Sunderland at home was the
wait
worst.
to get out. We just all couldn't wait, could we? And it I don't know, it just never really got going again, did it? You know what I mean? We do need a strong end to the finish, and obviously getting to an FA Cup final and actually winning it would help that as well. But but to do that, we need the next 3 games. I think we need to be there has to be massive positives, even if there's changes in personnel. Even if he goes back to tried and tested for the semi. Just you've got 3 games now, dead quick succession. Mix it up a bit. The league. What's you know what I mean?
You've got it. You might stumble on something that everyone's happy with in them few games, might you? We might win Wednesday, beat Southampton, draw at Liverpool, and all of a sudden you're going, now we've got 7 out the last 9 points there, and we're 11th or 10th, and we're going into a semi.
But the only way that'll happen is if there's little changes, I think. Which
if he just puts the same team out again, it could just be same old again Wednesday, couldn't it?
At the end of the day, this could be the cup final, and to get a win over them now,
it's psychological,
isn't it?
And I still haven't forgot 1991 Wembley.
Yeah,
I still
full
haven't
Members
forgot
Cup.
Zenith Data Systems Cup.
Bobby Varchia.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah.
He's
like
battered.
He's like that. What are
he
you
assaulted
talking about?
Martin Keown
4-1
Bikes the time.
Oh,
what a horrible drive home that was.
Bob the Pole scored.
I was in a Cortina going up. Unbelievable.
You could literally.
I was amazed we made it home more than we got.
Wembley, you could sit where you want, Matt.
Yeah.
You could just go and sit where you wanted. There was seats everywhere.
That was when he had the boss goals as well. At the stanks and
Wembley was a dump. Anyway, tell us what you think. Do you want to see changes for this game? Do you want to see some youth on the bench? Do you want Nias and his beautiful smile? If Nias plays, can he wear that lovely leather baseball cap?
Play him with this cast. Give him like a blue cast. They look amazing.
Vardy's one.
Like Vardy. Get Vardy's cast.
Last week, Vardy's played like the last 3 months with a cast, and anyway, tell us what you think in the comments. Can we make changes? Will we win? What's going to happen? We don't know. Pads. Tell us about
Pads.
No, we're not going to.
Pads.
No, that's a different show on its own.
Pads.
He's going to Ibiza and he's slotting a lot of them. Right, tell us what you think in the comments. We'll be back soon on Toffee TV. Subscribe.